Hey, this is WhyBeAre with BeamNG.drive, and it seems like every time I make a video for this game, there's at least one person, if not more, in the comments saying something along the lines of blah 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 Lamborghini Aventador. You know, they'll be like, download the Lamborghini Aventador, do a video for the Aventador, have you made a video for a Lamborghini? So, because the amount of comments is just getting absurdly high, asking about Lamborghinis and such, we're going to do the Lamborghini Aventador. And it's a bad mod. Okay, video over, done, we're done. No. Can't just end it there. As much as I want to end it there, we cannot end it there. I will explain to you real quickly what makes it bad, and that will be the video. So here's a good mod. Well, a good vehicle, I should say. It's a stock vehicle. And if you hit K, it shows you the skeleton of the vehicle. Now, on a good vehicle, the skeleton wraps around the vehicle like a sock wraps around your foot. It's like a perfect wrapping around it. Every shape is still, for the most part, visible. You see, like, the skeleton goes upwards here because it goes up here. Then it goes downwards here because it goes down. And it just matches up pretty much perfectly with the shape of the actual car itself. You know, from the front end, even down below, you can see it matches. It's kind of hard to see here because there's a lot of things here. But you see, it's all pretty much just matching up perfectly like a sock on a foot in terms of how it overlaps the car, right? It's a very, very tight wrapping around it. And what that does is it makes the cars crash good. It makes them look good when they crash. So now we're going to look at the one that's on the Lamborghini Aventador. Here, you can see, for example, let's start off with the body lines. Right here, the skeleton's going straight down all the way to here, while the A pillar is actually going upwards. So this whole section right around here is just unmapped to any skeleton, which is not a good thing. And then you see back here, it's kind of a little fat. I mean, it's not terrible, but it's kind of fat, so that's not good. And then if you look on the back end, it's all these crazy Aventador pointed edges, and it's just flat. And on the front, it's also a pointed edge, and it's flat. So it's kind of like wearing a sock with like 5 holes in it. And instead of shoes, you're just wearing your socks, and then you go run around in the rain. Your foot's gonna get wet. I don't know where I'm going with this, but let me show you what this plus kind of like the model itself was not made to be Crash per se. It was just from another game and then plopped into BeamNG.drive. So it doesn't exactly have the structure itself in the model. But let's just do a collision at like, I don't know, 60 miles per hour or so. So there we go. That's about 60, right? And boom. Okay, let's look at what happened here. So let's go ahead and take the skeleton off for a second. You heard it was really loud, and glitchily loud almost, but let's see. Have you ever seen a car get into an accident and be like, I'm done being a car, I'm going to spike my hair and become a teenager? Because that's what this car's trying to do. It's like, I'm spiking everywhere. I've never seen a car get into a car accident and just become spiked in every which direction. It's just like spike, 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 spike. It's ugly. Like, this doesn't look like a car that's crashed. It just looks like an art piece from some sort of college. It's just a bleh of shape, and you know, it almost looks like it went through something like Leap of Death, but it was just a 60 mile per hour collision. You know, a 60 mile per hour collision shouldn't do something that's just explosion of everything. It just shouldn't. Here's what a 60 mile per hour collision would look like in a normal vehicle. You know, if we use something like the Grand Marshal, if it could get up to 60 miles per hour, it should be able to be in this amount of distance. But anyways, we're gonna just do the same thing for this car, and you'll see it doesn't look anything like that. Alright, so it's going to be slightly slower at only about 56. But do you see this here? It looks like a car that crashed. 4 miles per hour isn't going to be the difference there. This looks like a car that crashed. The metal bends like metal would bend. It doesn't just spike up like a teenager's hair. It doesn't. It looks like a car. Like it should. You know, again, we'll do this one only at like 40 miles per hour, so how about that? Yeah, it has lots of power. Whoop-dee-dee. I can make a car with tons of power too. It's not hard to just put some zeros in some places. Alright, so there. Even at a 40 mile per hour clash, the roofline is still like, I want to spike my hair up. And it's just like, cars don't do this. They don't. They don't just become a spiky ball of death. Maybe if you're watching Final Destination, where the car needs to kill you from a 10 mile per hour collision, there'll be a spike of metal that flies through your chest and impales your heart. But this is not that. This is supposed to be a simulation of physics. Where look what's going on. What's going on? It's tearing itself apart. It doesn't want to live. It's like, kill me now. Okay? That is why the Lamborghini Aventador doesn't get a video. It's a poorly made mod. Well, all they did is they took the model from who knows where. If you know where, great. You could tell me where. But they took the model from who knows where and slapped into BeamNG.drive without putting any effort really into it. It's like, I could do this in probably about a half hour, and I don't even know how to do it. That would include looking up how to do it. So another example of how bad it is, or you can see how it's bad. Watch us hit this cube, okay? We're gonna do it in really, really super slow-mo, okay? So watch. Boom, we're hitting the cube, but the car's not bending. We're hitting the cube. The car finally bends after we're like a quarter of the way through that cube. And then it doesn't even look like it got that much damage for how deep it went into that cube. It's just anything you do with this thing related to crashes is just gonna look bad because it's badly made. So that is really all I feel like doing for this thing. Like I said, sure, it may be able to go fast, but if you want a fast car, just download the FT40 mod. I'm pretty sure that's probably what most of the power and stuff was probably stolen from as well. There's a Bolide FT40 mod, and I'm pretty sure it's stolen from that. Let me just install that real quick, and I'll do a quick check. Okay, so I spent about 5 minutes of research. If you want a car that's just as fast as this one, for example, all you need to do is download the Civetta Bolide Rally, which I might put a link to in the description, and then you copy the file that just says superengine .jbeam, I guess it was jbeam. Yeah, I think it's super_engine.jbeam, and then boom, you have the same performance. Because all they did was they took the file from that mod and put it into this so you had more power. And that's, if you want the power from this, that's all you have to do. There's nothing about this mod, aside from the looks, that's something you can't get in another mod. And the looks look great until you do anything more than look at it. If you crash it, it just explodes. Alright, that's all I want to say about this thing. That's it. So, I'm done. If there's ever a good Lamborghini mod, trust me, I'll make a video for it. This is not a good Lamborghini mod, though. Just look at that. What is going on?